Hello, my beautiful friends. This is Tommy the Tarot Reader, and this is Tommy's Tarot Time. I am doing a reading for Sun, Virgo, Virgo rising. This reading starts from today and into August. So let's go ahead and start with your reading. The first card I will pull is from the Energy Oracle cards. I just got these cards, so they're brand new. What's going on, Virgo? Virgo. What's going on with Virgo? Fifth chakra, Archangel Gabriel. That is the voice chakra. That is your voice, Virgo. And that's the number 39. That's already telling me that you need to speak up. Your expression is blocked. There needs to be more expression from you because you're not expressing yourself. Or there's a reason why you're holding back. Okay, this card says, he is sending powerful energy to your throat center, acknowledging your power to communicate and your readiness to do so. This angel opens up to truthful expression, both with yourself and others. You may have had trouble expressing emotions and ideas in the past, but Archangel Gabriel is here to tell you that your soul longs to take this leap now. Be aware that true communication includes how you speak to yourself, so never deny your profound integral value. Speak up for yourself, write in your journal, let your words flow. The universe honors your choice to do so. Express yourself freely and fully. A brightened communication with spirit and telepathy with others. I will pull more cards and see why this card came up for you, Virgo. There's something with your expression that it's either not enough of it or there's too much. And Archangel Gabriel will help you with finding a balance and finding the wisdom on what you need to say and how to say it. Because it isn't just about expressing what you need to express, but it is how you have responsibility with what you're saying. There's a responsibility in that on how it affects others. So even, let's say that even if you're delivering something that's hard, that you're still delivering it in a way that is respectful and kind. Or if you are not delivering the message that you need to, or the truth in you that you are holding in, you are not being kind to yourself. So you continue to hold it in as you harbor bad feelings because you're holding something in that needs to be said. But for whatever reason you're feeling that you need to hold it in, we're gonna find out. I will pull more cards out, to clarify. Archangel Gabriel, you do need to communicate with people close to you with the number 39. That adds up to number 3. Communication is really important right now. But it has to be balanced. Okay, these are Kipper cards. A pleasant letter, interesting. Wow, look at that. We're talking about communication, and then there's a pleasant letter. So there might be something coming in that might surprise you. You know, someone may have some kind of communication with you that surprised you, that something that you feel is has been difficult might actually be okay, in the sense that between you and someone, that there's some kind of forgiveness or understanding. It certainly doesn't mean that the two of you will continue a relationship. There will be a respectful understanding between you and someone. I don't think it's you that has to say anything. I think it's the other person that is reaching forward to you. I don't know who that is, so I don't know what happened here. But you've been holding on to something in your heart, and you're not going to say anything about it. You don't want to put yourself out there, you know. You don't want to deal with any kind of argument or debate or any kind of conversation about any type of conflict that has happened. You're avoiding it completely because you want to just stay out of it and at least keep the peace for yourself, because if that gets opened up, you are going to be once again festering. So you're going to stay quiet. Whatever situation has happened here. But Archangel Gabriel is encouraging you to speak up, but only speak up if you are composed and emotionally in a good place, not when you're angry. Oracle of the Sun cards. Let's see, Virgo. Defense, right? Mars and Taurus. Virgo. Impulsiveness. Okay, those are two Mars cards. Mars and Taurus and Mars and Aries. 1 and 2. So emotionally, you have 1 foot on the gas and 1 foot on the brakes. So sometimes you just want to let it rip into someone because someone has hurt you or someone has done something that has upset you, and you want to say something, but you don't, because you know if you say something, it's not going to be good. It's going to be an all-out screaming match. I mean, I said screaming match, but it might as well be a screaming match because that's what it feels like. So your first inclination is not to say anything, but inside of you, you are burning up. You are burning up. You just want to say something, and you haven't been able to do so because what wants to come out of you is fire. And it's very angry, explosive, and violent. So Virgos can get violent. They can. They're not always, they're not like quiet and reflective. And no, Virgos can get very angry. Because let's say you are Virgo with Leo or Libra in your chart. Even Virgos with, I would say the angry Virgo will have Capricorn in their chart. Because the angry Virgo, in this case, feels they've been wronged, and they're holding on to it. Like right now into August, you're holding on to something. You have not been able to talk about it. I mean, you talk about it, but you haven't been able to address the person who did whatever they did to you. It's so interesting that you have both Mars and Taurus and Mars and Aries, because that Mars doesn't know whether to go fully in or to hold back. And as much as you want to go full on charging and giving them a piece of your mind, you can't. You just can't. Virgo can't. As a matter of fact, what this shows me is a little bit of passive aggressiveness. So whatever this situation is showing up here that requires you to have a good amount of decorum to express your disagreement, you can't pull that together. It's really hard to stay balanced and composed. So it's best for you to just not say anything. At least this is what the cards say. And with a pleasant letter would actually get you further than you actually using your mouth to communicate, because your mouth to communicate is ineffective. The fifth chakra archangel Gabriel with the pleasant letter next to it indicates that actually a letter is a lot more effective than talking about it. There's no reason to talk about it because it's not going to go well. So a letter's much better. And I'm not talking about a text. I'm talking about a kind of a formal letter that's thought out. You may get one. It's not a text. Let's look at the Archangel Gabriel card. I'm going to pull 3 cards on that card. So, okay, Archangel Gabriel for Virgo. Ace of Cups. Interesting. Do you have to exchange some words with someone you love? Do you feel that you need to say someone? Yeah. Okay. There's someone that you love that you feel may not understand you, or that the Daughter of Cups is someone that has no idea that something is happening here. If this is actually someone in your life, a younger person, it could be your daughter or a son, or they have no idea what is going on with you. But what they do see is a lot of instability and chaos in how you're presenting yourself. There's something not right. You don't look right. You're not saying anything, but you're not looking right. So they don't know what to think. There's a lot of love here. If you could tap in the love in your heart, this passive aggressiveness or this whatever is going on inside of you that is bitter, resentful, or I don't know what's going on here, because you got these 2 cards. And then you got the Judgment card. So these 3 cards here indicates to me there's some negative feelings inside of you that you are harboring. But there's love around you and you don't see it because you're busy focusing on these 3 cards: Judgment, Defense, Impulsiveness. Ace of Cups, there's love around you. You don't see that. There's a daughter who loves you, but there's judgment, and someone loves you, but the Judgment card tells me that you're pretty focused on what's going on in your internal world, and it's pretty chaotic. Now, I'm going to keep clarifying these cards, but whatever it is that you are having to work through right now, I would say focus more on love rather than whatever your fighting strategies are. Your fighting strategies will get you absolutely nowhere except more stress. Yeah, defense and impulsiveness is pretty strong here. These 2 came next to each other, and these 2 cards is based on past stuff that has happened to you and you are holding on to it. These guys are facing the past. So a lot of stuff in the past has hurt you, and it's alive and well here. This card has both this person facing the past, and this person is probably trying to talk sense into her. This person is facing the future, so there is someone in your life that's not understanding what all this bad feelings you are holding on to. There is love in your life. You don't see that. You are choosing right now to hold on, to fighting, right here, fighting. So let me clarify these two cards and why they are here. What is going on with Virgo right now? Clarify defense cards. Oh, there's a love relationship here. It's a soulmate relationship. Queen of Swords. Oops, it did come up upside down. I will read that. And the Queen of Cups. Oh, interesting. So if that is you, Virgo, you are in a soulmate loving relationship, and part of you can't express yourself, but you have so much love inside of you. You are really blocked in your throat chakra. That's what this tells me. Blocked. But in order to keep the peace, you will stay quiet, because love is strong, and you are going to choose that in the end, to keep the peace. Even if that means to stay quiet. And you will. You will stay quiet no matter what. You have a loving relationship. It's a soulmate relationship. And you are the Queen of Cups and also the Queen of Swords upside down. Someone here is staying quiet, if it's you or someone else, because no one here really wants to fight. As much as there is some, tension between you and someone or someone else. I don't know how many people are here, but no one's going to fight. It's just not going to happen. It's not going to. Okay? It's not going to happen. You may feel like sometimes you need to say what you need to say, so there's this part of you that wants to stand up for what you believe in and this and that, and then it just goes away, because there's absolutely no reason for you to fight or argue with anyone. It doesn't matter. But I think with the Cup cards here, it says that maybe learning to comfort yourself and learning to just tell yourself it's okay. The world isn't going to blow up. Because there's a lot of anxiety in Virgo. So Virgo needs to maybe laugh more and smile more. Even if you think like, oh, no one understands me, why should I laugh and smile more? Well, maybe you don't have to. But if you decide to stay in anxiety and resentment and bitterness and anger, that's your choice. There is a choice. You don't have to stay in that. But if you choose to stay that way, that's your choice. No one's done that to you. That's entirely on you, Virgo. Because you're not looking at the Two of Cups or the Ace of Cups. It's here. When you look at that, you can release it, and you can have a much better life. Like, you don't have to, you're not all strung up inside. You're not like strung out inside of you. Being strung out is a very unpleasant feeling. I don't know how anyone can get used to that. It's awful. Looking for reasons to stay strung up, like gosh, it's like if you're on meth or crack. That's the feeling. That's just like you're just so wound up because someone did something to you or said something, and anyway, that's not okay. So the Cup cards here is saying that it's okay. You don't have to. Maybe you need to see someone about that, why you're so strung out and focused on people who've done bad things to you. Yeah. These two cards are the same. So someone is in your life that keeps reminding you that there is someone in your life that reminds you that you have another choice, that there is love in your life. You can choose to see the love in your life and that there's people who love and care for you. Or you can choose to see this card, Eight of Cups. That you've made wrong choices, that you've allowed the wrong people in your life. And you've decided to hold up. This, of course, this reading is not for all of you Virgos, but this tells me there's a relationship in your life you are not happy with and you haven't resolved it. I mean, it's an ongoing conflict with this person for years. It's affecting you because if I'm going to say that this is a work that you need to do on yourself, you need to learn to love yourself, because this is a reflection on how you are not confident. So, you know, your insecurity is playing out in this relationship, so you're focusing on the conflict in this with this certain person. And so you're not seeing anything positive outside of that because you're feeling insecure. You don't trust. So if you are in a loving relationship, and you don't trust it. You don't look at the loving relationship and thank God or thank the universe for this loving relationship. Instead, you're focusing on fighting. You need to focus on your loving relationship and leave all of the rest. Get it away from you and get back to a level of kindness and sweetness and innocence that you've lost because something happened. Something happened along the way. Because you know what? That all that conflict in you, and when you get passive aggressive, it doesn't suit you. You're well liked when you're actually kind to people, and that you genuinely respect people and not hold on to how much you're suffering. You can't hold on to your suffering and project it into the world. You can't live like that. Because what you want to learn to do is live in the moment. And in the moment is one choice. It's not a million different choices. It's one choice, being in the moment, which is whatever it is that you're doing in the moment. And sitting with that. It's not a million choices about this person hurt you, 30 years ago this happened, and then 2 weeks ago this happened, and then, no, it's right now in this moment that you need to sit with and ask yourself, what is really going on right now? I am not going to create conflict right in this moment. I'm not going to. I can choose to stay peaceful, even if that means I'm just need to sacrifice my own hurt and resentments and bitterness. I'm going to let all that go and sit in the moment and be in love. Be in love and in faith and know that everything's going to be okay. Of course, if you're a Virgo going through a bad divorce, this reading does not apply to you. If you're going through any type of grief, this reading applies to you. But it's not the kind of grief where, if you're going in grief, if you have grief, this reading does not apply to you. But if you're going through grief and there's someone that you have not made peace with, then it does apply to you. Because what the reading is saying, just to let it go and make peace with it. And promise yourself not to return to it, to stay angry and bitter. That's what the reading is saying. Be in love and surround yourself with loving energy. And you may have to talk to someone about that. There's a lot of healers. This is a pink quartz. Maybe you need to have a lot of, rose quartz around you. Okay, that's what I have for you, Virgo. If you like this reading, hit the like button. And I'll see you in my next video. This is Tommy the Tarot Reader signing out. Bye bye, Virgo.